119-96, Grizzlies get the win over the Portland Trailblazers for the second straight game. For the second time this season, the Grizzlies have held an opponent to below 100 points. Welcome to the Double Post, everybody. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We're all three here. We're ready to rock for another Grizzlies win. They have now won 5 of their last 6. They do it again with their depth. And we just talked about this before we went on the air. Jessica, Bennett, a very weird game, to say the least. It was a game.
I'm not sure it's one I'll remember. Maybe.
I think we'll remember the said
I have a few memories.
Yeah. I was going to say 2 favorite plays of the game. The said Avia thing.
Because then it led to the alley-oop.
And Ja going out to meet
Ja going out to meet
Avdia and saying, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Love that. And then that John Conchar steal where he just ripped the ball out. And I saw somebody say they're teaching Rip City what it really means to Rip City. And it made me laugh.
I appreciate that level of corn.
I appreciated it as well.
Yeah.
Also, I guess from a standpoint of the bench continuing to find consistency, 69 points from the bench is huge. And Santi was big tonight, had a couple big dunks. KCP, season high, 16 points. Nice to see him get into an offensive rhythm. So obviously things to take, but the game was gross.
Yeah, the game was, and it started from the first quarter. I mean, we got a 34-minute first quarter. So, yeah, not a pretty game. If anybody wants to call in, by the way, 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. We're live on 92.9 ESPN on your radio, Grind City Media on YouTube. You can also join the show chat right there. All in all, a win, but yeah, a very, Benedor, you thought a very uneven as far as, Coach Islo talked about it. That's part of the press conference I did hear when he said, he's like, it was kind of both sides. You didn't know what was going to get called and what was.
Yeah, and I thought too, like they went into halftime with a 20-point lead, and it felt a little bit like fool's gold, and I was just like, this game feels kind of odd. Like there's not a lot of energy in the building.
Yeah.
Like it is just kind of weird. And then Portland comes out and plays really well defensively in that third quarter, gets back in the game. But like the Grizzlies finally settled in the fourth, and it was a weird fourth quarter, but they were able to take advantage of some opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. I think the way the Grizzlies came out in this game, I thought it was the paint scoring. Yeah, they scored 18 of their first 21 points in the paint, and it was like, because it's Young Hansen, and they don't really have any rim protection there, and so the Grizzlies were able to just go out and they were scoring everything in the paint, and I was like, this is just going to be one of those games. They're going to have Edey. They're going to be able to attack the rim relentlessly.
Yep.
I messaged someone. I said 40-point Edey night incoming, and that was a little hyperbolic, but it did feel that way early. I mean, God, they couldn't be stopped between Cedric and Edey. They got out on that 10-3 run to start the game.
Yeah.
And to Hansen's credit, he settled into a much better game in the second. He only had 4 points and 5 rebounds. But I know they see him talking with some of the people from Portland really as a project, and he just gets thrust into the starting lineup tonight because they're down Klingon, they're down Robert Williams, they're down a lot of bodies. And on the point guard side of things, they're dealing with a similar situation to the Grizzlies, and it makes you grateful for the Grizzlies being able to weather the storm the way they have with guys like Vince Williams and Cam Spencer. But yeah, it was a nice way for the Grizzlies to close it out. As Coach Isolo said, they played 3 or 4 quarters well.
3 or 4 quarters well. That third quarter, Portland came out. And Portland hit threes in that third quarter. They came out of these. No, they are. I talked to a buddy. We got a couple Grizzlies, Blazers connections as far as non-basketball. I talked to a buddy who works for the Blazers, and he's just like, because I thought they need Drew Holiday. They need a point, and they haven't had Scoot Henderson all year either. But I was like, they need a point guard. They can just tie this thing together.
Blake Wesley was supposed to be their backup, and now they're with what's my guy's name? CD Sissoko, who I like CD Sissoko in the G League when I saw him a couple of years ago. More on that. 901-445-0929. Lang Whitaker, the host of the warm-up show, joins us now, where he is going to go home smelling like a dog because he had a dog in his lap during the warm-up show. I smell like a dog.
And Jessica smells like a dog too.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey, give Jessica some credit there too, because we both would smell like dogs. Also, can we just give a shout out to that commercial for the barbershop with Bennett doing the voiceover? That's like Mira Roser. That's like Mira Roser doing a beer commercial or something. Having a guy with no hair.
They can trim the beard.
That first quarter, like you mentioned, John, like the points in the paint, the Grizzlies were just pounding them. Edey was cooking young Hansen. Edey had a little foul trouble, came out of the game. I mean, that second and third quarter was really – the third quarter particularly was weird because the Blazers hit 6 of 11 threes, cut it down to like a 4-point game. I mean, me and Rosa were up there trying to name the members of the Wu-Tang Clan, and the third quarter was just a weird part to be in. I mean, the whole game, like you guys said, is sort of forgettable. The first quarter was almost, what was it, 40 minutes?
It was 34 minutes that felt like about 45 minutes.
For a team to be up 40-20 to take that long is ridiculous. Like the officiating was not consistent, but at least it was inconsistent for both teams. Like I don't think either team had any idea what was going on. There was multiple technical fouls called and warnings and everything else. But the bench, man, like that's kind of been the story all year for this Grizzlies team. And I know a lot of that's just been volume. They've averaged a lot of points because they play a lot of minutes. But tonight, just let's see, the most any starter had was 16 from Jalen Wells. And then, you got guys coming off the bench that are plus 34, plus 30, plus 33, plus 20. That was the game-changing moment for this Grizzlies team, was having that bench in there. And being able to do what they did. Also, just defensively, like they had 10 steals in the first half, which led to, like you mentioned, the fast break points, John. Like that so much of that was from steals and in transition and being able to get out and get going that way. Turnovers were still a thing for this Grizzlies team. They had 22 of them, which is not great. I mean, the only saving grace there is that the Blazers had 24, and they were so you win that on the aggregate. The thing I would leave you guys with, I always try to leave you guys with something to talk about or a question or whatever. I asked John during the game, I was like, do you think we can get Jaren to switch back to number 13? Like what do we do to unlock him? We won the game, great. He had 6 points, there's been a couple games lately where we've gotten the wins, but we haven't gotten as much out of Jaren as we have in years past. What do we do to get him going? I'll leave you guys with that.
Yeah, so I heard Coach talk about this, and he actually praised Jaren in his post game just because he knows he's trying to get used to being used more as a screener, and that is something he is trying to adapt to. I still think Jaren is trying to figure out where his shots are going to come from and his best spots where he can get them. There was a couple games ago where they came out of a timeout and they got him a look right at the elbow. They got him a look like right at the elbow, and then he just – see, that right there got him going downhill immediately when you look at this. He's going downhill, but there's one play – I think it may have been this Denver game. They got him out of a timeout, got him right at the elbow, one-on-one, and boom, he made one quick move right to the basket, spin move, and, laid it in. And I think he's got to figure out where those spots are going to be because they're going to be – they are going to be there on the court. But I did think Coach Isolo praised him, saying he's getting better and using himself as a screener. I think we have seen. I would have to go check this, and maybe I do this tonight, tomorrow morning. I feel like Jaren Jackson Jr. has had more 4-assist game this year than he has had in any of his other seasons.
Yeah, I don't know that absolutely statistically, but it feels that way. It's really been something that's ticked up in the last 7 or 8 games
since they've been playing better. Since Edey's come back and they've been playing better. The one thing he did mention, but that Lane did talk about, he mentioned is the bench. And I do think with the bench, the biggest thing for the bench is they can shoot. That is something they bring that the starting lineup cannot do. The starting lineup is not a good 3-point shooting lineup. Low key, Vince is not a good 3-point shooter. Edey doesn't shoot threes. Jaren's not a good 3-point shooter. Jaren's shooting 34% from 3 this year.
For all that Cedric Howard's
percentage is dropping from 3. The 3-point percentage is dropping. The bench can shoot. Their 4 best 3-point shooters are all on the bench. Landell, Cam Spencer, and Santi. And then KCP has not been that good. Has not really had that good of a percentage this year. But he made his only attempt against the Clippers game, and he's 3 of 5 again tonight. So I think that's the biggest thing for the bench is they bring something totally different than the starting lineup, and they can shoot the ball. They can space you out and knock down shots.
Yeah, I think too, with the Jaren thing, Ellie Perry says this every single broadcast in the pregame that get Jaren touches early, and I think that is something that they probably should look towards doing just because how it's been lately, and he's not scoring. I mean, the past 3 games have been pretty bad, and so I just wonder if early paint touches for him might be something that I don't know, gets his confidence back a little bit.
Now, he had 2 blocks in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were nasty.
Nasty. He had that block at the rim right there, and then he had another one where he came and helped out on a player, too, where he helped out defensively. And this might be it that we're watching here. Yeah, he comes over right here, gets that right there. So he made 2 huge defensive plays. Like I think Jaren's going to be fine.
I do too, because we've seen him be
We've
fine.
seen it, yeah.
Like, it's just a matter of, I really did
That was awesome.
appreciate Isola. That was absolutely awesome. And in a game that gets dragged into the mud, like this one did, the electricity from defensive plays like that, between Jaren's blocks and some of the steals in the fourth quarter, that's the only way this thing had any flow to it.
It was a
free throw line. Coach out complaining about, not both coaches rightfully complaining about something.
We had a
team complaining about something.
Yang Hansen, we had him like laying dead on the court, and like they're just and then the referee, who did he hand just hands the ball to like Jalen Wells, and it's like just play on, just play, and it's like wait what?
Dude,
I haven't seen the close.
Yeah, this is it right here.
So he went into his arm.
He ran right into Edie's bicep. That would hurt.
Yeah.
And then he nailed his head on the ground.
Did his head flip back on the ground?
Yeah, his head flipped back.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, here we go. There's the swipe. Good. Jaren got all ball right there, by the way. And then watch.
No foul. Play on.
Watch here.
Oh,
boom. His head snapped back and hit the floor. And then they just like
But they just kept going. And
the ball went out of bounds. So then they had to inbounds the ball, and they let the Grizzlies inbound the ball. And I've never seen that before.
Okay, you want to talk about how weird this game was. The weirdest moment of the entire game was the 5-minute mark. Blazers foul on a 3. So I believe it was Jalen Wells at the line shooting 3 free throws. So they foul on the 3. Then they foul on one of the free throw attempts. Like one of the Blazers players fouls on one of Wells' free throw attempts. And then Jock misses both of those free throws, and then the Blazers lose the ball out of bounds. It was like a comedy of errors. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
And then when there another one, didn't the Blazers score? They scored, or the ball was out of bounds, and it was Grizzlies' ball. And then the Grizzlies tried to inbound the ball, and the Blazers knocked it off the Grizzlies, and it went out of bounds. And the Blazers challenged it, and then the Blazers get the ball. And then didn't we have? What was the play that Isolo, he had already used the challenge? Right. If there's anything we're going to be critical about, dude, Coach, you have got to learn how to use challenges. When you are up 20 points in the first half, do not use your challenge. There is no reason to challenge anything. This is not the G League where you get both of your challenges. If you get it wrong, then you don't get your challenge the rest of the game. Because there was another play that happened in the second half. What was it where he was like furious? Was it something about the ball? But then, and the referee knew, no, he called a foul on Edie. He called a loose ball foul on Edie. And they saw the replay, and it's like, okay, that's not a foul at all. There was nothing there. But he didn't have a challenge to use because he used it on something stupid in the first half. We were up 20. And so
I thought he was going to get teed up.
I thought he was going to get teed up, too. And he didn't get teed up. And then the referee, John Conley, shout out to John Conley. I've had him in the G League several times. He knows he messed up because the replay is being played in the arena. Like, he knows he messed up. And then he calls Portland for an offensive foul on the inbounds. Immediately calls Portland.
I was someone on Jalen.
I was like, yeah, this game is all right. This game's drunk.
A little goofy.
Yep. All right, 901-445-0929. I'm sorry, I have not gotten to people's calls. 901-445-0929. Hunter, you're up.
Hey guys, we were there again tonight. Great weekend overall. I think that what's interesting about tonight is to be good. I think we have to be able to have some differentiation in the way we win. And we won different tonight than we won the other night. Now, don't get me wrong. We're playing just bad teams.
And dubs are dubs.
Exactly. No, listen, I love winning. I do want to see them beat Minnesota in Minnesota in the next few weeks, because that's the next one that's like, okay, how good are we really? Are we going to sort of regress, or are we actually getting better? But a couple things about tonight. Well, 3 specific things. One, you out-rebounded them by almost 20. And I don't know, 3 years ago, all we were all talking about is we're not tall enough. We're not big enough. We are big enough now. That's good. I think that, you out rebounded them by 20. You had 10 more steals than they did. But what's interesting to me is that the only person that played more than 30 minutes tonight is Cam. And I just can't believe that. That's crazy to think about. Cam having more than 30 minutes and literally no one else having more than 30 minutes. I know it was a byproduct. Vince had an awful game.
Hunter, that's what I was gonna get to. One of the things I wrote down tonight was like, man, one of the biggest thing they need Ja Morant back for is dribbling. Like they need that. They need that more than because Vince, dude, they make him turn. Like they put Kamara on him and just pressure, and Vince couldn't get the ball up the court, and that's why Cam played so much.
But he's protecting the ball very well, and I don't think he's been as much of a liability on defense as he was to begin with. And as we've kind of gone down the stretch, I am wondering now, is Cam in a position to be on the 9-man when we have everybody back? Yes. Because I think so too. It is the most unexpected. I guess I'll say that.
Hunter, come at me, bro. Cam Spencer's the 5th best player on this team. Come at me, bro.
Oh, no, hey, I don't think I'm arguing with you, Roser. I don't think I am. I've seen what I like, but here's the deal. Because it's very, we all love T.J. McConnell, but and it does sort of echo this T.J. McConnell-esque nature that he has this dog. A dog that'll bite you, and he plays hard, man. He's the first person out of halftime and all that good stuff. So I just thought that was interesting. Nobody else played 30 minutes tonight. Cam's the one. And, look, to Coach's credit, he said, hey, I will operate with nuance as the schedule goes on, and he's riding his best players as, you get down the stretch. That's all I got.
Absolutely. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate the call. 901-445-0929. I think that is a real realization. Like Cam Spencer is also, here's how but they got Cam Spencer jerseys in the team store now. They have the platinum jaunts. Yeah. I may have to get me a platinum jaunt. What's whiter? The platinum jaunt jersey or my skin? I may get it and go no sleeves.
Oh,
I may get it and go no sleeves, and we'll have to find out. 901-445-0929. Troy, you're up.
Yes. How y'all doing tonight?
What's up?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. My question is just a comment. I don't want to pile on Jaren Jackson, but he's so talented, and he's pressing. He's pressing on offense. And defensively, he's pressing too, because on the closeouts, he's out of position. He don't get back for enough, and he only get 3 rebounds. So I'm going to leave it at that. But shout out to Conchar. I love Conchar.
Don't we all?
We love Jitty.
We all love Jitty.
It's not a DP until
veteran
tell somebody. If we can't guarantee that Kimberly's going to call in. So
Troy, got to pick up
somebody's got to pick up the Jitty slack. Thanks for the call, Troy. 901-445-0929. We're going to take let's take a break here. Let's take a break. When we come back, if you want to call in, we do have a caller on hold. Adrian, we'll get to you when we get back. 901-445-0929. We're talking about a Grizzlies win, 119-96 over the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies now 11-13. We're at Grind City Media on YouTube. Go enjoy the show chat there. 92.9 ESPN on your radio. Again, you can call us 901-445-0929. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back after this.
Get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court.
This is John Burgess from Charlie Burgess Rendezvous, here to let you know how much we appreciate partnering with the Memphis Grizzlies each season as the official barbecue of the team. Join us in celebrating their 25th anniversary here in Memphis. When you're in the FedEx Forum, grab some barbecue nachos before taking your seat, or come down to the Rendezvous and join us in the basement to reminisce and make some new memories over a rack of ribs. And remember, we also ship overnight across the nation to enjoy while you're watching an away game. Visit hogsfly.com and go Grizzlies.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cook's Pest Control.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Feeling crushed by burnout, addiction, anxiety, or depression? Got struggles you can't put into words? Home lost its warmth? Family needing a boost? Ignite your hope with Complete Care Family Psychiatry, where we're bold, unique, and making a difference. Our tight-knit caring team delivers vibrant, holistic care crafted just for you and your loved ones. CCFP is your slam dunk for mental wellness. Spark your peace today. Book now at ccfp.clinic and see how we treat you differently.
Something's always happening over at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, and I've got him on the line, Marty McNate. Hey, Marty, what's happening over there at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown?
Deals you can't pass up, Randy, like 2025 Taos S, $219 a month.
Taos S, $219 a month. What else you got, McNate?
What about a 2025 Jetta S? We Gossett $228 a month.
$228 a month for Jetta S? That is awesome. And that Atlas deal you were telling me about?
Randy, I've got a 2026 Atlas SE, $299 a month.
I'm picking up what you're putting down over there. Hey, McNate, tell them what to do.
Come see me, Marty McNate, at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com. And remember, your future is what you make it.
That's Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
All 36-month lease, 7,500 miles, 25 cents excess mileage. Taos SNO 58885, MSRP 27011. Get a TM 137, MSRP 25820. Atlas TC 515,398, MSRP 41841. Includes all rebates and incentives. 895 PF excludes fast title license for approved credit. CD for complete details. Must finance through Volkswagen Financial Services. Valid through 10/31/25.
Has your hat been working overtime? Hair regrowth treatments through Hims can help. With doctor-trusted prescription ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, you can see thicker hair in just 3 to 6 months, starting at $26 a month. Get started today at hims.com. Grizzlies win 119-96. Double post, John Roser, Jessica Vincent, Bennett Doyle, 92.9 ESPN on your radio. Grind City Media on YouTube. You can join the show chat there. Grind City Media on YouTube, youtube.com/Grind City Media. The live link will be right there. You click it, then you start chatting with our great people in the show chat. You call 901-445-0929 if you want to call into the show. Again, Grizzlies win 119-96. They put, how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures. A Grizzlies season high, 18 steals. Their previous was 13. 13 steals was the previous season high, so they crushed that. 18 steals is a ton of steals. Again, like Lang said, they turned it over too much, but the Blazers also turned it over 26 times, too.
I'm realizing in my Grind City Rewind with Lang, I said they had 22 steals because I read the turnover number next to it. So 18 steals, 22 turnovers. It's a tough turnover number. But you know what?
All right.
Most of the Blazers' turnovers were courtesy of Grizzlies steals, and a lot of the Grizzlies turnovers were just throwing the ball away.
Just throwing the ball away, like
like
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
I set you up for there.
Our guy Kentavious Caldwell-Pope tonight. This is another thing I think I will remember from this game. What quarter was this in? It was in the second quarter, the middle of the second quarter, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope somehow ends up with the ball around like the. It was like the right wing area, and then just completely flings the ball into he throws it to Pete and Brevin. Pete and Brevin, Pugs, Ross Wooden, they're all right there. Contavious Caldwell-Pope completely throws the ball in the crowd. I've seen guys throw the ball in the crowd. I've never seen something like that.
Yeah, you can't see it on the video. He actually wipes his hands on his jersey right after he does it.
That's what you got to do. My bad. My hands were wet.
Some water on it. A little sweat.
It's a total glitch. Vince Williams has glitched a couple times too. Yeah. So just speaking of a weird game and just, that game was
He glitched again tonight. They had the turnover on the inbounds. Him and Edey did, and the Blazers challenged it and won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's 3 in a row.
Oh, shout out. 901-445-0929. Adrian, you're up.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, good game tonight. I'm happy. It's good to come out of there feeling good. And I'm hoping that, they feel good about winning. I heard somebody said earlier about, playing small teams, basically. But beating them and winning, just a good feeling about winning. So hopefully they can turn that feeling into a mentality and just keep on winning no matter who we're playing against. And also, Ja will be back, Friday, I think.
Ja will be back Friday.
We think so.
Not officially, but yes.
Yeah, we
think, and all signs are pointing in a positive direction.
Yeah, so I'm looking like that. I think that's going to help as far as the turnover situation when you got a real point guard that's handling the ball. Because, like you said, a lot of this stuff that happened tonight and previous games has been just wow. But you have to understand that the guys that's handling the ball are not used to that. So we kind of give them grade them on the curve. So, but I'm excited about Friday and seeing what's happening. I'm thinking we're going to take over the top 10 on SportsCenter. It's going to be a shocker because it's not going to be Ja. It's going to be Ja dishing. I'm thinking that Ja is going to be dishing it to Zed and Zach, and it's going to be just full of highlights. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So I'm looking forward to Friday.
We are too. Thanks for the call. Yeah, thanks for the call, Adrian. We are too. Like I said, hopefully we get the return of Ja Morant Friday night. You would think things are trending in that direction. The Grizzlies don't even have another game until Friday night. So I guess even the best thing about this game, other than the fact that you won, is you've got good vibes all week. All week you've got good vibes. Because this is kind of like the NFL portion or the football portion of the schedule. Because in football, when you lose, you got to sit on that thing for a whole week.
And right now, they get to sit on 2 wins.
2 wins.
For a whole week.
For a whole week.
Yep.
And just truly, in terms of, was this the most beautiful game in the world? No. But the Grizzlies have consistently beaten the teams that are below them in the standings. And there is value in that. There is professionalism in that. There is an identity to be found in that. And so the fact that they didn't slip up against this stretch, and they have, a continuously favorable schedule until they have to play the Timberwolves. They get the Jazz on Friday. The Jazz, who played the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight, and they're down 20 in the third quarter.
They have not lost to anybody under 500.
No, they're 10-0 now?
Yeah.
10-0, right?
Because their losses, Miami, Golden State's over 500, right? Or they're right at it. Golden State's what are they,
They're 12 and 12. So
12 and 12. Okay, so they're at 500.
Yeah.
Okay. But they haven't lost to anybody below 5. They haven't lost to anybody below 5. Oh, wait, they did? Wait, they're what? They're 13 and 12? What?
The Warriors won tonight, so now they're 13 and 12.
13 and 12.
No,
okay.
Solidifies the stat.
Yeah, solidifies the stat. Yeah. Miami, Golden State, Lakers, Raptors, Pistons, Rockets, Thunder, Knicks, Celtics, Cavs, and the freaking Celtics have been awesome lately. And then the Spurs twice and the Nuggets. Yeah. No, they have not. Now, they haven't beaten anybody that you would consider really good, but they have not lost to anybody that is absolutely terrible. One of the things, always love dog night. Always love dog night. Was that the only dog you got to meet? I didn't get to see any of the puppies. I didn't get to see any of the puppies.
It was handed to me like a baby, and I felt uncomfortable with how I was holding her.
I heard the puppy was 40 pounds, too.
She was a little large.
She's a little heavy
but
puppy.
She was good.
Yeah.
She didn't pee on me.
What was her name?
Millie.
Millie?
Yes,
I
hope Millie got adopted.
I hope Millie got adopted, too. One thing that did happen tonight, and look, to promote or whatever. The deal that they do on Sundays is awesome, and I think this needs to be talked about more. Did you know every Sunday home game, $35, look at me being Johnny Promotion here, $35 gets you ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, you get post-game free throws on the court, and you get a photo with Grizz.
It's pretty legit.
For $35, yeah. So if you
legit.
wanted to bring your kid down to a game, or kids, plural, to a game, find a Sunday game.
Yeah, isn't every Sunday Kids Day kind of?
Yeah, and we've got a couple of Sunday games left.
We do.
Another one of this one, Santi was awesome tonight. If I'm just trying to pick things. Santi was amazing tonight. Santi scored at all three levels tonight. Free throw line, 3-point line, and 2 points. Santi was amazing.
Still continues to rebound well this season, too.
He is
which is something he never really has before.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of has to on that bench, coming off with the bench lineup, because Jock, although Jock did great. How many offensive rebounds?
Oh,
yeah, but five offensive.
Yeah,
well, he had like three of them on like one possession.
Yep.
But, Jock also not known as somebody who's going to come in there and just eat the glass like how Edie does, Mm-hmm. So I think Santi taking it upon himself to know I've got to grab rebounds too. But Kentavious Caldwell-Pope tonight, 5 for 8, 3 of 5 from 3, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 of the Grizzlies season high, 18 steals. KCP in the locker room after the game.
What do you contribute that to? Get shots up at practice, on my own, off days, whatever it takes. Just trying to stay in the rhythm. And then I guess as a unit, with this second unit, I think you outscored them 69-35. Is it anything that you've noticed since you've joined that group in terms of like what y'all are doing? Just good chemistry. The ball is moving. It's not really been like staying in one person's hand for a long period of time, and just playing together, playing for each other, and that's how that chemistry is being built out there. And then just also, in practice when we are like talking and playing with each other.
You're still seeing that on the defensive side too. Back-to-back opponents you guys hold below 100. They didn't score 20 in the fourth quarter for a second straight night as well too. What are you guys doing defensively to make that happen? Just sticking to the game plan and just giving it all the effort that 110%, and trying to limit the mistakes on defense, trying to just be at the right place at the right time.
What's the vibe of the locker room right now? I know you're getting closer and closer and closer to 500. And once you get to 500, you can see. I know it's still early in the season, but it's always better to be above 500 than below 500.
Of course it is. You always want to continue to win. But the vibes are great. You can tell the way we playing, the chemistry is getting better, and just hanging around each other and having fun, man. I think that's the biggest key, is just to continue to get the chemistry going.
Do you think
who on the team was blasting Chevelle there in the back?
Yeah, right. Who on the team? Jitty? Jitty's a country guy, though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Jock 100% is blasting Chevelle.
Yeah.
Cam, maybe Cam.
Cam might. I could see Cam listening to some.
Oh, I knew he was going to go off tonight when he was out warming up to Lose Yourself. I knew it. Yeah. I could tell instantly. I was like, he is locked in, buddy.
He is in the zone.
Yep.
Yeah, Cam's in the zone. So y'all talked about it. Is that how when Ja comes back? Cam's going to get those backup point guard minutes. Could they play together?
Maybe. I mean, just with his shot-making ability, that's a small backcourt, but still, I don't know.
Listen, you talk about trustworthy shooters on this team. You're looking for someone to make a 3. What's your ranking?
Cam Spencer.
There you go. There's your answer.
Well, yeah. No. I'm not saying, this isn't a talk of if Cam's leaving the line. Like, Cam's going to be playing.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm saying, is
he your backup point guard?
Is he going to be the backup point guard, or is he the backup 2? And Vince does get backup point guard.
You have a lot of variability.
You have a lot of variability.
I mean, you throw a lot of different looks.
What we know is the second unit is playing great together right now. And, back to KCP, I thought he was a very calming presence tonight and has been since he's been in that second unit. I think that's been a great move for them, and I'm glad that he's kind of embraced it. Because,
he has embraced it.
Dude, he's tonight, every time it got kind of a little sketchy, with the second unit, he would hit a big shot, and it was like, okay, it's good to have that veteran presence there, and he's thriving in that role.
Well, it's also Jalen has been much better without him. in the starting lineup. Like for some reason that just it was not working. It was not clicking. Like I don't know why, but Jalen's been awesome since then. Jalen scored in double figures and I don't know how many straight games now. And
I had that stat earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I read it the other night right here on the show. We were reading it the other night with Jalen. If you go to his game log, you can, seven?
Yep, seven straight.
7 straight in double figures. In 3 games in December, he is shooting 62.5% from the 3-point line. He's well over 50% during that 7-game stretch too from the 3-point line. It's helped him a ton, but yeah, just KCP being willing to do it too. No, rank these. You got to make a 3-pointer. Rank them on the team. Who do you trust? Who are you? If you're ranking, Cam Spencer's number 1.
He's number 1.
Yeah. All right, give me your top 3.
Who are you picking over Cam Spencer right now?
Give me your top 3, top 4.
Top 4. Cam, Jalen. Cam, Jalen are like obviously a tier above, and then I might go Santi. Maybe
Cam, Jalen, Santi,
right, so KCP, and said.
Cam.
There's your top 5.
I thought you were going to say Jock Landale.
Jalen.
Which honestly would not be the wrong answer. I would put Jock in the top 4.
Cam, Jalen, Santi. What did you say? KCP and said.
Yeah.
All right, that's your list.
But I might have to switch out and put Jock in the top 5.
I'd put Jock number 2. Jock's the second best 3-point shooter on the team.
Jock
has
shooting
been
45% from 3 this year.
That was disrespectful
from a statistical standpoint.
You disrespected the Thunder from down under.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. Okay,
Jessica, what's your ranking?
Cam
has to be. I mean, he's number 1. Yeah, he's number 1 on this list, and he's number 1 in our hearts.
Yes.
Jock. Yeah, okay.
I guess do Cam, Jalen.
Jalen, yeah.
And then a mix of
so good
Jock, and I would still pick Jaren. I still think,
really?
Yes, I would still put Jaren Jackson Jr. because he has the experience.
Yeah.
He has legitimate experience. We've seen him make game-winning threes before. So there is value in that.
We've seen Jaren's hit 9 threes in a game before. I think in multiple games, actually. Jaren's hit a lot of threes before. No, I hear you.
I feel like this season I've spent a lot of time saying I want Jaren to take less threes, but if it was in a critical, like in the wire, down to the wire, need a win, need a bucket, I'm still putting my belief in Jaren Jackson Jr.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cam, Jock. I said Jock too. I probably would go, if we're talking like game, like if it's a big game, I'd probably go KCP number 1.
Interesting.
Just because he's been in a million.
Give me a couple more games like tonight.
Yeah.
Just where I see that he has refound his juice.
Do something big at we got the Jazz. Look, the Jazz are feisty. Everybody thinking the Jazz is going to come in here and it's an easy dub. The Jazz are feisty.
I felt the same way about tonight, even though Portland was missing.
They don't have point guards. They need point guards. But the Jazz are feisty. And they've been feisty all year. They're 8-14, but they've got some wins. They have beaten the Suns. They have beaten the Celtics. They beat the Bulls, and they beat the Rockets. So look, they were good enough to beat the Rockets one night.
I mean, the Trailblazers have beaten the Thunder.
Right, the Trailblazers are the only team that has beaten the Thunder,
which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Did they have Drew in that game? Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So the Jazz are playing. Oh no, it's not going good for them. No, they're playing said Thunder. Yeah, not a good one for them. But anyway, the Jazz are feisty, so you got to come and focus. You can't just think because Ja's going to be back that you're just going to walk over everybody and get an easy win. So, all right, we're going to take a break, Jessica. We're going to let you get out of here.
Thank you.
When we come back, Bennett Doyle and I will talk about this game against the Jazz, and then we have what's our game after the Jazz? It's like Minnesota or something.
Yeah, T-Wolves.
No, we have the Clippers. We play at the Clippers, then at the T-Wolves, because the Clippers will be the second. That's from the NBA Cup game. That'll be at the Clippers. So, God, we played the Clippers a lot lately. So we got the Jazz, then at the Clippers, then at the T-Wolves. We'll come back, talk about all of it here on the Double Post. John Roser, Bennett Doyle, Jessica Benson, Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 ESPN on your radio. We'll be back after this.
If
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You are strong. You are fearless. You are a fighter. And every last drop of this rich golden Modelo is yours. So raise it up high, because you've earned it. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Carlin Port, Chicago, Illinois.
3 iconic forces. 1 unforgettable experience. New edition. Boys to Men and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour. Starring New Edition. Boys to Men and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
It's flu season. Protect yourself and loved ones with a seasonal flu shot from the Shot Nurse. And for groups of 10 or more, the Shot Nurse can come to you. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and it's free with most insurances. Visit shotnurse.com or call 901-685-9999. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating and Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating and Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating and Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
At Planet Fitness, no 2 members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. Feel your strongest with the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any of our nationwide locations. Bring your friend anytime you want and recover from it all in the Black Card Spa with their hydro massage and other innovative amenities. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness. Find your nearest club and join today. See Home Club for details.
Your internet shouldn't drop out during the game or buffer during replays. That's why Ting Fiber Internet is here in Memphis. Fast breaks need internet that's 2 gig fast. No contracts, no hidden fees. Ting is internet without a fourth quarter heartbreak. So if you do yell at the TV, it won't be your internet's fault. Get started at ting.com/Memphis. That's ting.com/Memphis.
Looking for a place to get hyped before the game? Courtside Grill at the Westin Memphis Beale Street is the place. Try our specialty appetizers like alley-oop nachos layered with cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. The technical foul appetizer will mean you are in big trouble as you savor 6 big bites of wings. Fallon out tenders dipped in buttermilk served with fries will be worth it. And try our unlimited soup and salad for just $15. Snack on some chips and queso while you're waiting for that courtside burger. It's 7 ounces cooked to order served with fries. Dribble into flavor with our full court press cocktails, the ultimate shot for your taste buds. The fan favorite is the Slam Dunk drink, which will really get you hyped up. If you're hanging with your friends, a bucket of beer will do the trick, and a must try is that courtside lemonade that is a divine cocktail for the ladies. After all the fun at courtside, jump into our heavenly bed for a restful night. Courtside Grill just across the street from the FedEx Forum. See it, the only destination before and after the game. It's all fun at Courtside Grill.
Give the gift of fun with Premier Lanes Entertainment Center. Located next door to Malco Oxford Commons Cinema, the area's largest family fun center features bowling, Action Alley Arcade, birthday parties, events, and more. Book your fun today at premierlanes.com.
And welcome back to the Double Post here. Grind City Media on YouTube, 92.9 ESPN on your radio. Grizzlies get the win 119-96 tonight over the Portland Trail Blazers. Second straight game they have held an opponent under 100 points. It is the second time they have held back-to-back opponents under 100 points this season. They did it earlier when they knocked off the that back-to-back where they beat the Kings here, where they killed the Kings at home, and then went on the road to Dallas and won that one at Dallas. So Grizzlies defense shaping up. They're doing it a different way. It feels like the offense, it's like the starting lineup, it's all around the Edey pick and roll, and then it feels like there's way more pace and space with the bench unit, and they really spread you out, and they drive kick, and get a lot of wide open looks from the 3-point line. But the big thing is like the team is like they're having fun, the vibes are good. You get to sit on the vibes for the rest of the week because you don't play again until the Utah Jazz on a Friday, who are getting killed tonight by the Thunder. But they got Lauri Markkanen averaging almost 28 a game. You got Keontae George averaging 23 a game. Ace Bailey, an exciting rookie. So you get to see, you got Ace Bailey. They've got Kyle Filipowski. Is he playing tonight? He played on Friday, but is he playing tonight against the Thunder?
You know, it's interesting, like just kind of looking at the schedule.
Yeah, he is playing tonight. Okay.
You know, the Clippers, obviously, you've got them twice, so that's not going to be easy there.
No, because they were they were up on you by 13 at halftime in the game at the Clippers. Yeah.
Right, but it's a team you're better than. You know, if you can get that one, if you can get the Jazz game that we're talking about coming up on Friday, then you're sitting at 500 going to Minnesota, and that would be a fun spot, right?
That would be.
You know, you could really prove something there if you're able to win these next two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do think just looking at the schedule that they got a good chance of getting above 500 before January.
No, they do.
Yeah, I think they got a really good chance of doing that.
Yeah, they got a really good chance of getting above 500, definitely before January. What's the rest of the here? We can look ahead at the entire December schedule.
Yeah, we got 8 games left, or I'm sorry, 9.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we got the whole December schedule. So we've got, we talked about the next 3. The Utah at home on Friday against the Jazz, and you got at LA, at Minnesota. And then after that, you're home against Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You should win that on December 20th. At Oklahoma City.
Good luck.
Look, that's a tough back-to-back at Oklahoma City and at Utah.
Yeah, it definitely
because the second night of a back-to-back at Utah – with the altitude, like that's not an easy game right there. And then it's also your last game before Christmas. And you're home for Christmas because you play at home the night after Christmas.
Yep.
So you literally get to come home for Christmas. You get Christmas Eve and Christmas at home. That's an easy one to just mail in. That's a very easy game to mail in.
The Bucks game? No, Giannis?
No. I mean that Jazz game. Because it's the last game before Christmas, and you're coming home. It's not like, we got to travel and go somewhere for Christmas. Like, a lot of times if you play the day after Christmas and you're on the road, like you travel on Christmas Day. You're traveling. That's not the case. So it's literally like, once we get over this Utah game, and it's the day after we just played at Oklahoma City, we get past this game, and bro, we are just home, and we're home for the holidays, and then, and you come back with Milwaukee, then you're at Washington again, and then you're NBC. You're only a NBC home game so far this year. You played on the road and won at San Antonio, and you lost that one. But your home NBC game is against the 76ers on December 30th.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, no. But you got a couple against Washington. You've got Utah a couple of times. You got Milwaukee without Giannis. So definitely some winnable games here and a chance to be above 500 by the end of the month. Anything else you want to add here before we get out of here?
No, I'm just glad that they've taken care of business these last few games.
Yeah.
Like you knew coming into them that you were going up against a team that's inferior to you, and they took care of it. Like they're winning the games they're supposed to win, and now, we talked about the upcoming December schedule. January's pretty tough.
January's
if you
tough.
Look ahead. And
you started off with back-to-back games against the Lakers.
Yeah, you're about to start to play better teams, and hopefully we talk about we think Ja's returning soon, hopefully this week, and then maybe you're able to hit the ground running at that point.
Absolutely. You get Ja back on Friday night. That is the hope, and then you hit the ground running. That is going to do it for us. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Eric Hasseltine, was it EP? You said it was EP, yeah. Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry, thank you to them on our radio broadcast. Our studio engineer, the guy answering your calls, putting you on the air, is West Warwick. Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Production, John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. Brad Carson, the brand manager at 92.9 ESPN. That's the flagship home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Their parent company is Odyssey. Their general manager is Nicole Hartman. Our technical director is Kyra Black. Our next radio broadcast will be Friday night. The Grizzlies host the Jazz. Tip-off scheduled for 7. Jessica Benson on the radio airwaves at 6:30. And then our next double post will be immediately following that game against the Utah Jazz. So keep it right here. Grind City Media on YouTube. Tomorrow you have the Jessica Benson Show at 8 a.m., the Gary Parrish Show at 10 a.m., and then the Chris Vernon Show at noon. Keep it locked here, everybody. Until then, peace.